just to be near you. It was a good time, it was the best time, and we believed that it would last forever.
Here's a license renewal from 1946, and you had to have everybody's name, their address, their citizenship, how many years they were with the station, and what position they had. Isn't that wild? I mean, it's also immediately post-war, so.
That's the transmitter, really.
Yep, you got the model of it, and then the real one. Look, how about the guy with the little hoe over in the...
Since you're gone and can't be mine again, there are many stars that will not shine again, except sometimes deep in my reverie, you return and then I remember. Just to be near you. It was a good time, it was the best time, and we believed that it would last forever. We could stay together and share the laughter with never the morning after.
You are the man. Thank you.
You were good on it, too.
Oh, thank you. Stop it. No, you're embarrassing me. Stop it. Nice to finally.
But such a good time.
Maybe one day I can work there.
Well, I grew up in western Pennsylvania, and of course our radio station signed off at sundown.
Oh, yeah.
So in the winter months, I was able to listen to stations out of Chicago. I listened to John Lendecker when I was in high school, when he was a rock jock, and the same with Bob Surratt. So
Same here.
A lot of fun.
I know.
And when we took this over, I said, we want to make this a big tent radio station, right? So I'm just real happy about it. And it represents the city like no other, and I think that's why have had the success and the rapid growth that we have.
Right.
Because
It's back to what it was.
yeah, we're not so focused on the format, we forget about the listeners.
Chicago's Afternoon News, 720 WGN. It's 5:41. Thanks for joining us on your ride home. The weather has calmed down just a little bit. And as I said, there is a party going on at WGN. And it's not that our hearts aren't heavy and that we are not aware of how everybody feels. But we are celebrating 100 years of bringing you the good news and the news that not everybody wants to hear. But we're just part of the family, so to speak. And I am excited because the man who is responsible for Nexstar Media is in the studio. PERRY SOOK has over 30 years of professional experience in broadcasting, all facets of the business, including ownership, management, sales, on-air talent, and news, which I love. I want to talk to you about that because I can't even imagine you being on the radio at some point. Decided sales and maybe ownership was the way he should go. Mr. Sook is the founder, chairman, president, and CEO of Nexstar Broadcasting Group. Nexstar is the parent company of News Nation, WGN TV, and this radio station. You put those headphones on, and there was a time in your youth, Perry, that you were on the radio?
I have a soft spot in my heart for radio because I started my professional career in radio in a little town called Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, that's famous one day a year for Groundhog Day, and instantly became addicted to the business and knew this is what I wanted to do.
Did you have to go and cover that spectacle?
Of course, it is absolutely required that if you're in Punxsutawney, you have a day off from school, you have a day off from work, and you spend it out at Gobbler's Knob.
And you've got those TV anchor, that the look, the hair, the whole vibe, and you were on camera for a while as well.
Well, I found that they apply the term on-air talent loosely as it applied to me. So I was in TV news for a while and decided there were too many bosses there, and I wanted to be my own boss. So I got into sales, and then management, and then ownership, and then started Nexstar in 1996.
And you have a portfolio of 200 stations, and only one is a radio station.
That's right. 199 TV stations, a national cable network, News Nation, tell your friends, and one radio station. And I said, by golly, if we're going to own one radio station, we want to make it the best that it can be. And I think we're doing that every day here in Chicago. This station represents Chicago. This station is a national treasure, not only to the people of Chicago, but to the radio industry and to the country, because as you know, at night it's heard in about half the country. And
right.
So it's a very important asset to our company. It's the only radio station we have, and Sean Compton is a radio programming genius that oversees this station, programming for our TV stations and our cable network, and I know he has a soft spot in his heart for WGN Radio as well. And again, one of the smartest things he did was to promote Mary as the first female general manager in a 100-year history of this radio station, and we couldn't be more proud of the job that she and all of you are doing.
I love that. I mean, think, it took 100 years, well, a little less than 100 years, but a female is at the helm of this radio station, and it makes all the difference in the world. One of the things I really love is that you've got helicopter traffic reports on Surratt's show. I love that. I love that we have this this connection where we can jump into any situation. Perry, you missed it, but the WGN helicopter followed an ambulance chase a few weeks ago. It went on for a good 2 hours. They followed it so closely, they literally almost ran out of gas and had to come back and gas up. But the entire city was watching. We were doing play-by-play watching, and it's just great to be a part of that family. What is your intention? What do you want for WGN for the next 100 years?
Well, I just want us to continue to do what we do, which is serve the city of Chicago, serve our listeners, provide a place of commerce for our advertisers, help them to grow. And, the business we're in, whether it's radio or TV, it's a very simple business. It's a local service business. We produce local content that's interesting and meaningful to our audience, and we help local businesses sell stuff. Everything else is just noise. So if we focus on our customers, meaning our listeners and our business partners, then whether they're listening online or listening over the air in their car or on their iPod device or whatever, we're available to them, and that's what we should do. But again, we're here to provide content for the city of Chicago and the surrounding area and help local businesses grow.
The voice you're hearing on the radio is Perry Sook. He is the founder, chairman, president, and CEO of Nexstar Broadcasting Group, the parent of this very radio station, one of 200 stations, but the only radio station. I love that you've got a soft spot in your heart for this format. What do you say to the people who for years have been saying radio's dying? Oh, it's going to be a dead format. It's going to go the way of the newspaper. How do you respond to that?
and you need to update my resume because I've been in the business now for about 42 years. 30, I waved goodbye to 30 years in the business a few years ago, but I say the same thing. I've been working in a dying business, and I say it's very simple. TV and radio, serve the audience, serve the business community, make great opportunities there. And regardless of whether it's delivered digitally, over the air, or however, it doesn't matter. If you're doing those things, how we do it doesn't really matter. Focus on what we do. And again, the future is bright. I mean, I would never say never would buy another radio station, but it would have to be something like a WGN that means something to the community, that has opportunity to interact with our other assets. We've got a TV station here. We've got a national cable network that's based here. We have approximately 600 employees, maybe even more than that now, that make their living in the city of Chicago. So the city is important, and foundationally, our ability to inform the city through Channel 9 and WGN 720 are at the core of what we do. It's in our DNA. And so the future is going to look a lot like it does today, I think. And if we continue to succeed on our mission, serving the viewer, serving the advertiser, we'll be around for another 100 years.
Thank you so much for joining us on Chicago's Afternoon News. That's our goal. Be here for another 100 years. I told you I've got about 30.
Well, it'll take us a while to pay off this. We'll pay off this party, and then we'll save up for the next one in 100 years from now. But
I'll see you out there for a scotch.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Lisa.
Perry Sook on Chicago's Afternoon News. Time to get a check on weather and traffic with Mary Van. Chicago's afternoon news, 720 WGN. This guy, Bruce Springsteen, announced an international tour coming in 2023. So why don't you plan one of those trips and surround it around a Springsteen concert, and I'll host it.
I'm already on it. It's a tougher ticket to get than a football game, but we're looking at it.
Oh, you can make it happen. Coming up next, it is John and Your Money Matters.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
You're leaving.
I'm leaving tomorrow. Yeah.
Wait, this is the Ireland wedding?
I'm taking a group of GN listeners to Madrid, San Sebastian, Bordeaux, and Paris.
Holy smokes.
And then Sharon and I are going to Ireland for the wedding.
See you later, Steve. Have a fabulous vacation.
I'll be listening.
Steve Bertrand, everybody. Hey, 2022 is the year of AZ Discovery, and it's time to start planning your ultimate Arizona trip. Explore 120 wineries and tasting rooms, whitewater raft in the Grand Canyon, drive the largest stretch of Route 66 in any state, hike near Phoenix, ski in Flagstaff, play golf in Scottsdale, catch a baseball game, and so much more. For trip inspiration, follow @Visit Arizona on social media and start planning your trip today at visitarizona.com. Lauren Lapka has your news next from the Northwestern Medicine Newsroom.
WGN 100 years. WGN, Chicago's very own.